Welcome to episode 80 of Sorry for the Delay. I'm your editor, Mia. First off, congratulations on 80 episodes, guys. I'm grateful to be a part of the team. Cheers to another 21 more. This week, Joshua has a pet peeve about flossing. He asks Sean his feelings about zoos and if the soap is always clean. Plus, Sean gets sentimental while announcing his retirement. Wait, what? This is a joke, right? Enjoy the show?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Sorry for the Delay. We are your hosts. My name is Sean. This is Joshua. Joshua, this is episode 80. Congratulations, my guy. We made it 80 episodes into this thing.
Yeah.
How are you doing this week, my dude?
80 is a big number. You know, if you think about it, like it's kind of a blessing in disguise, reaching 80 episodes and, everybody here with us has made it to, with us to 80. It's a pretty big freaking number, man. So it's nice to be here with you. It's nice to be here with the listeners and the watchers, viewers, voyeurs, whatever,
voyeurs,
whatever you're into. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I feel good. We should warn. Is it a warning? I don't know if it's a warning, but this is another night episode. So, things kind of get a little freaky.
Late night pod, as we call them.
And we got some topics here. I have to let the listeners and the viewers know, Sean, some of these topics Sean does not know about. And
I was not informed of any of the topics.
Sean,
so we'll see.
So it could get a little silly. And there's a reason why I have this thing in the background. See how it says, warning, my sense of humor may offend or may hurt your feelings. So
you can't even read a sign, everybody. That's the kind of night we're starting out with.
No, well, dude, I got this thing on my. People don't see the thing that you put up on the screen on the bottom left-hand corner. It covers what I'm trying to read on screen. Yeah, so I have to look back that way to read it.
I mean, a little inside baseball here. When Joshua and I record these things, there's a little name engravings that we can change the names of whoever's on here, and I always change it for the episode. And today's Bigfoot theme, and I'll just leave it at that. Mia, if you want to put a screenshot of the names, you can do that and go for it. Anyways, Joshua, like every week, buddy.
Yeah.
What's in your cup? What are you drinking on this 80th
if you were
episode?
if you're with us last week, I'm on.
I was with us last week. I was here.
Well, the listeners, them too. If you listened or watched last week, I'm on this kick of green because it's the month of green, and I'm trying to be healthy. So once again, I am. What's in my cup? It is the not mystery, but this green juice, man. This is
green goop. Yeah,
the green goop that has nothing but good stuff for you. I rattled off a bunch of ingredients last week. I threw away the paper, so I totally forgot what's in this green drink. But once again, it's just delicious. It's good for you. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. It's good for health, or so they say. It's a bunch of powder. So who really knows, but seems to be doing my body good. So that is what's in my cup.
How do you know that it's doing your body good, Joshua? Like, where are you basing these metrics off of? Like where's the facts? Like, where's your caloric intake? Where's your energy drop? Like, I want to see cold hard facts that what you are drinking in that cup is actually physically helping you.
Well, I mean, I did have blood work done a while ago, a few weeks back, and everything was green. So I figure if that was green, why not put more green into my body? So, I mean, let's keep it green, man.
That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it works.
So yeah, pineapples and berries. It's got a bunch of shit in here. So that's what I got in here. But like I said last week, I also do have a mystery drink.
Yep.
I got a mystery drink. But
Is it a mystery? Because you revealed it last week, so is it really a mystery?
Yeah, I mean,
unless it's a different mystery drink.
It's a mystery because you don't know what's in it, and I'll reveal this later on in the episode. What is in this cup?
Episode 80 feels like it's just episode 79, take 2.
I mean, it could be, but it's something different. Shit. I mean, cheers to this drink.
Oh shit, buddy! Cheers, man. Hey, that's awesome.
Tastes like a whole lot of drink. Or actually,
you should put some bucanas in that to get that real pineapple flavor going.
But this is the one I'm really excited about. This mystery drink right here. This is the one I'm really excited about.
Yeah, we all know what's in that cup if you listened last week. But Joshua,
Maybe
for
you
whatever
do.
reason, wants
Maybe
to
you
just hold on to that secret. Anyways, Joshua, I got cups too. I got 2 cups. That's what I'm drinking. The first cup is I'm going back on my ciders. Just incline cider, the Tropics. Real good. Love this one. It tastes like tropical. I don't know how else to describe that. I mean, I could, but I'm not. It just tastes tropical. Go back the fucking months ago. I talked about it. You'll see it. But the second thing I have, Joshua, is a shipwreck. I made another shipwreck. I think I made this in one of our Valentine's Day episodes, maybe, or it was one of our special episodes. Go through the list of 10s, right? 80, 70, 60, 50, whatever. It's in one of those episodes. It's basically just a copycat of a drink that they make at Trader Sam's, which is called a shipwreck, which is basically just lemons, mint, some simple syrup, and bourbon. That's all it is. So that's all I'm drinking. But it's like a triple shot, Joshua. There's like 16 shots, and there's half a bottle. There's a liter of liquor in here. Maybe,
yeah. You know what I think would be a cool thing for the website, dude. I think
delicious.
we should just start posting all the recipes for all these drinks that we do.
We could, yeah. If you have 16 hours or 80 hours of your time to go and grab all those recipes that we've done. Feel free.
I mean, hey, that's what AI is for, right? I mean, geez, it's not like you do all of it anyways.
I guess.
Come on, let's be honest.
I guess we could. I guess I could have AI write a script to pull it. I don't know. I'll figure that out. That sounds easy. We'll figure that shit out.
Yeah, buddy.
Anyways, Joshua, hey, 80 episodes, my dude. 80 episodes. And, I know we got a lot to cover, but I just want to say right off the bat, Joshua, I am so happy that we've made it to 80 episodes because that means I only have 21 more episodes of this.
Jesus.
And I'm done. I'm retiring. I'm going to go out like the superstar I am, episode 101, because I gave you that extra 1 episode. So I just want to say thank you to everybody watching and listening. I appreciate it. I hope Joshua finds a new host. I think I have some candidates that he could possibly integrate into here. So Joshua, thank you. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. Yeah, appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Anyways, you want to move on to the chat?
I mean, every day Sean wakes up, it's kind of a miracle anyway. So the fact that he's made it like 80, this is like
that's what I'm saying.
A blessing anyways. So
that's what I'm saying. You know,
hey,
I mean,
so
ever since my sleep apnea machine, it's perfect.
What he's saying is stay tuned for every episode because who knows if Evie's even going to make it to 100. I mean, that's what he's really saying, everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not, he's not even guaranteeing he's going to make it that far is what he just said.
Listen, if one of these days just happens to come out where the voice that you're hearing now is not announcing the episode, then you know what happened. I'm gone. Gonzo.
Yeah.
I'm with the flowers. I'm in that doghouse in the sky. I think that's what the kids
swimming with the fishes.
I'm swimming with the pescados. Yeah,
sounds a pirate guy
for sure.
So he'd probably on a boat. With the fishes.
Probably. Hey, wait, Joshua. Before we get to the chat with us, and before I finish my bit here, the last episode had a few comments that I want to address. Unless you were going to address them in the chat with us section, were you going to address those comments?
No.
Okay, cool.
Take us away.
Let me address the two comments that were posted on here by a lovely listener. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. The first question, the first comment was, ketchup is not a smoothie. Ketchup is cooked and seasoned. Smoothies are raw. Joshua, do you agree with that statement?
That smoothies are what? Like raw? Or what?
Yeah, smoothies are raw. So the topic was last week, Joshua, was the question you asked me was, is ketchup a smoothie? Because tomatoes are fruits, right?
No, I don't think ketchup is a smoothie.
And would you agree with the statement of it's not a smoothie because it's cooked and seasoned?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't see ketchup as the type of thing I guess you could use it as an ingredient because smoothies are made up of a bunch of different ingredients. So maybe you could use it as an, but if you just put ice in that bitch and blend it up and just drink it the way it is, it's going to be a pretty fucked up smoothie. So sure, you could do it.
Jesus.
But I don't know who's buying it if you're putting it on the menu. You know what I mean? Like,
Very true,
pour a
very true.
ketchup smoothie all over your fucking wiener. You know what I mean? Or your hot dog.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So it got me thinking, Joshua. You've been to like a Jamba or a Jamba Juice,
Yes, I have.
right? Okay. In those smoothies, right? Because they call them smoothies, right? They add different things, right? Dare I say, seasonings? Possibly,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah.
can make the argument. So, would ketchup still not be called a smoothie, even though legitimate smoothie shops will add additives or seasonings to their smoothies and still call them smoothies? That's my big question. I don't know. I'm still holding by my statement. Ketchup, smoothie. The worst smoothie, to be fair. So, there's that.
I mean, you could make an anchovy smoothie and really fuck things up, but
Ugh, disgusting.
yeah,
Do not
exactly.
do that.
Yeah.
Or do it and send me a video. I'd like to see that. Now, Joshua, the last question I have is a nice one. It's a good one. Here. If you could have coffee with one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
Abraham Lincoln.
Okay. Why?
I don't know.
Why Abraham Lincoln, Joshua?
I don't know. Seems like I mean the the books say lots of interesting things about him, and if you could go back and talk to a man that was around before of all this other crazy shit that's going on, and just kind of talk to him and be like, what do you think about what's going on now? It'd be an interesting conversation. I mean, would I be going back to his time, or would he be coming to ours? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, I would
Good point,
love
good
to
point.
bring him into our space and take him to a fucking Starbucks and be like, hey, this is what coffee is. He'd be like, what is this fucking devil?
7 years ago.
Yeah, he wouldn't even know what the hell that shit was. You throw him into Starbucks, he'll be going to be like lost. He'd be pulling out his wooden teeth. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be confused. Yeah. Yeah. Coffee today would be different. So I would like to bring him, if possible, into the world we live in today and have that conversation. It'd be a very, very interesting conversation, I think.
Okay.
Or he just, hit me with his axe or some shit and I'd be dead.
Be dead. He'd be living here and confused. Yeah, it'd be funny. But would be even weirder, Joshua, if he took the knowledge that you gave him and he brought that back. Everybody would think he was crazy.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Now we're talking about time travel, like taking him away from that moment in time, how that would affect everything. Then it gets all confusing. So I might have to go back in time.
Save it. Like, stop yourself.
I would have to go back because he couldn't come here because then he would not be around a day. Yeah, it would get very confusing, I think.
Yeah, it would.
So I'd have to go back.
Yeah, good point. Joshua, I only just now thought of this, but I think it would be interesting to talk about. I think if I could have coffee with somebody, first of all, I'm not a big fan of coffee. Everybody knows this already, but I will have a PSL with this person. I want to talk to the first person to drink milk from a cow. That is the person I want to have coffee with, Joshua, because I wanted to ask them. First of all, I want to see them, right? I want to know who it was.
Mm-hmm.
And second, I want to ask them if the grass was always greener on the other side of the pasture.
So dumb.
I don't know. That's what I want to ask. I mean, don't you want to know why? Why? Why would you drink the milk?
I mean, if we're going deep on it, I think you just kind of like, you see a nipple, and you see some white fluid coming out of it. You know what I mean? You're like, hey, let me give that a try. You've been doing your whole life as a baby. It's coming out of this cow. I don't know. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe that curiosity of sucking the white stuff out of a nipple is just a historical thing that is just ingrained in us.
Probably
not that far-fetched.
I mean, this could also be anybody in the world, Joshua. Like, what if it turns out Abraham Lincoln was the first person to drink milk straight from a cow? Now I'm just in the coffee shop again with Abraham Lincoln. He's freaking out because he's got sucked out of a time hole loop twice. And, it could be interesting. I just want to know. So I know.
Jesus. Well, I mean, I guess it's something to ponder on, which I guess it could segue nicely into like the pet peeve of the week, if you want to know, what's going on with that. Mm-hmm. So, pet peeve of the week, now that we've gotten 45 minutes into this shit.
Mia just cut all of that.
Yeah.
Nobody needs any of that.
Now that we've gotten so deep into this shit, here we go. All right, so pet peeve of the week, Sean, I just want to ask you, what do you think about people who floss their teeth at the table? Who pick the food
after they eat?
Yeah, like they're sitting there. You just had a big old piece of steak. You got that fat stuck between that gap in your molar. And you're like, you know what? I'm just going to take the fucking hair out of my girlfriend's head and use this bitch to pull this fucking meat out of my lip. Out of my tooth.
First of all, gross. Don't do that.
Okay.
But also,
people do
if it's just you and your girlfriend at the table, I mean, maybe not so gross because you're not in public, right? It's definitely like bad manners. You shouldn't be doing that at the table. But if you're in a group setting, definitely don't do that at the table. That's gross. But I will say, I am always in the mood for a second treat.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gross either way. I don't think anybody should be picking the fat or picking anything out of their teeth at the dinner room table, or any like at home. I think that's a restroom type etiquette thing.
Really? So you will leave your seat?
Yes, I will.
And go into that seems real time consuming, bro.
No,
why?
I don't want to be picking food that's lodged in my teeth at the dinner table.
Wait,
that just doesn't seem
even if you're by yourself. Like, what if you're by yourself?
I don't keep floss at my dinner table, dude. Like, yes, it's in the fucking bathroom. I mean, yeah. You keep floss at your dinner room table?
You've been to my dinner room table, Joshua. I do not have floss, nor do I have space on my table.
So how are you going to ask me if I'm sitting at my dinner? How are you going to say that? It's not going to happen.
I'm just asking for the people. The people want to know these questions, all right? They got to know who you are as a person, Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just curious to know if that's an okay thing to do. I think that you probably shouldn't be doing that. But people do it.
I mean, you could do it correctly. Like, you could cover your mouth and like get in there to get it out, right? I've seen people do that all the time. There's ways you could do it.
Another reason to bring back the masks. We can bring back the masks. The old floss mask.
Bitch, I wear a mask every night. Like I ain't afraid to be muzzled.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I guess if you want to, what you do underneath the mask, I guess you're flossing your teeth. There you go.
Yeah. I enjoy that. We both took sips at the exact same time, which is kind of weird. I don't think we've ever done that. Episode 80. Weird. Things are happening. It's getting creepy. I don't like it. Anyways, buddy, your pet peeve.
Okay.
All right.
Sean's doing it. Sean has floss at his table.
I got floss at my table.
Yeah, Sean's got floss at his
Hang on, it's right. It's actually right here. Let me grab it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, let's get to this chat with this section. Let's fucking give the people what they came here for.
All right. Well, it's kind of a nice segue because we're talking about food. We're talking about getting things out of your freaking mouth. So I bring to you a couple topics, Sean. And the first one, we got to talk wieners.
Let's talk wieners. Okay. I like it. I like how you spelled wieners, too.
Yeah.
I before E, except after C. Good job, buddy.
There you
Proud
go.
of you.
Yeah. So we're talking wieners, everybody.
All right.
We're also talking nature doesn't cuddle, which has relevance when we get there. Nature does not cuddle.
Okay.
Cannabis corner. We got to take a visit to that, obviously, because we're in April. I mean, why not? Let's fuck with this for a little bit.
This is Joshua's month, by the way, everybody. If you haven't noticed, for the month of April, Joshua has been celebrating. So it's his month. I think
it's everybody's month, man. I think there's bonuses happening right now. People are getting paid. The quarters are ending. Fiscal. I think a lot of people are celebrating, and whether you celebrate with cannabis or whatever you do, it is awesome. And Sean laid this on me, what we learned. So we're gonna figure out once we get to what we learned when we get there. When we get there eventually.
Yes. I'm surprised. I'm sad we don't have our dinosaurs real again as a topic. That one got me. That one got me good.
Yeah, dinosaurs real. All right, Sean, we just got through picking everything out of our teeth, but we got to talk wiener, Sean. So,
yes,
Sean,
sir.
I need to know what wiener came first. Was it the beef wiener, the chicken wiener, or the wiener dog?
It's definitely the wiener dog, bro. It's got to be the wiener dog. I think wiener dogs came before all hot dogs, right? Right? Is there an actual answer to this, or do we have to look this up?
No, we don't have to look this up. We're just chatting here. We open the phone lines up. Eventually we'll have a 1-900 number where you have to pay like $30 a minute because that's inflation and shit. So you'll call these numbers and you'll just be able to give us answers. So you're going with the wiener dog came first?
Yes, I'm going with wiener dogs.
Okay, because there isn't really an answer. I just wanted to get.
Well, I'm glad that you didn't have a fucking answer. Because, that's real cool. Everybody, give me 1 second. I'll give you a goddamn answer. Joshua, you vamp for a second.
No, this is relevant, Sean, because there's going to be a follow-up question to let's talk wieners.
Okay.
And we're going to have to see how you respond to this.
Okay, well, just for the record, I looked it up. Joshua, I was correct. The wiener dog was invented in the 15th century. The hot dog was invented in the 1860s. So there you go, everybody. There's your facts.
All right. Well, since Sean knows wieners,
I love wieners.
Sean, I think the people want to know what wiener do you identify as?
What
wiener do you identify? Sean, do you identify as a long-haired wiener?
What is this question?
A spotted wiener?
Gross.
Or the bald wiener?
The spotted wiener. The long-haired wiener. Or the
Which
bald
wiener
do
you identify as?
Okay, well. They're...
he's going real deep. I don't think you can Google this one.
I'm just trying to figure out where he's going with this. Definitely not a bald-haired wiener. That's kind of weird. Like, unless you're doing, like, entertainment, No, not doing the bald hair. Also not doing the long hair, right? I feel like long hair for me isn't the look, Isn't the look. I feel like you gotta trim the hedges back sometimes, right? So I'm gonna say spotty haired, spotty, where it's like that's it's there, but it's well kept in the certain areas, So I'm going spotted on this one.
Sean identifies as the
spotted wiener.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's all. That's all I had to go with right there.
All right. What about you, long-haired wiener?
Man, I'm all about the look. Look at this.
Yeah, you fucking hippie.
These locks, man. My hair
cut your fucking hair.
Fucking long. What's funny? Sean's been telling me to cut my hair, but this dude rocked long ass hair like half of his life. And now
there's no physical evidence of this ever happening. Joshua is merely telling lies.
I don't know. I think there's proof out there. I think I live with somebody who actually saw this, and
I believe
it's like seeing Bigfoot. They saw you, Bigfoot, with long hair, and this was identified. So, but yeah, no, I'm gonna identify. If I was a wiener dog, I would identify it as the long-haired wiener.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I would agree. I've seen it. Definitely long hair. Can confirm.
All right, that was dumb. All right, moving on. Nature doesn't cuddle. So this is nice because today is actually National Zoo Lovers Day. Believe it or not. So this episode on April 8th, episode 80, falls on National Zoo Lovers Day. And why I feel like this is kind of important, because a lot of people go out into nature and just want to fucking pick flowers.
I thought you were just going to end it there. A lot of people just go out into nature and just want to fuck.
They just want to fuck. Well, that's the brighter side of nature. Yeah, I mean, that would work too, right? That would work.
Oh, man. Sorry, continue.
No, I'm kind of getting at it because, we had some crazy weather today where like it just started hailing and then the sun came out and all this kind of shit. So like, you're thinking about like, oh, nature's so beautiful and all this shit. I mean, nature really is beautiful. But to be real honest with you, like fucking polar bears, you don't cuddle with polar bears. They will fucking eat you. Snakes, there are poisonous ones. Sure, you can have them as pets. Poison oak, you get it under your dick, it's going to swell up. It's going to be uncomfortable. Between plants and animals, nature doesn't cuddle. So I know Sean's not a big nature person, but I am. And if you're planning, spring's coming, people are going to be going out and doing things outside and hiking and adventuring. So just make sure you bring a lot of water, bring food. Don't go fucking around with bears, or big ass moose that'll just stomp on you and your family. Because nature,
you and your family,
nature does not discriminate. It doesn't.
It's very true.
And the other point I wanted to make is zoos, right?
Yeah.
Sean, do you think zoos, like, how do you view zoos? Like, do you think it's like a good thing that zoos exist? Or because I'm on both sides of the fence with zoos.
Sorry.
To be real honest
I thought you were asking
zoos?
Like how I view zoos.
Have you
as in zoos? Like, am I standing in the exhibit? Like, no, I'm standing outside. I'm looking into
like you exhibit. Are the animal in the zoo.
Yeah. How do you view zoos? Yeah, sorry. I'm with you on both. I'm kind of like, I like the fact that we are able to bring children and educate them on animals. That is really cool, right? That is something that should be educated for the youths and stuff. As an adult, and I saw this a lot as an adult going into zoos. It's kind of sad and disheartening. It really gets me when you walk past like the orangutan exhibit or like the chimpanzee exhibit, and specifically the one up here in Seattle, the orangutan exhibit. You could look into that exhibit, and I swear to God, the orangutans look like people, and it's quite disturbing. So, yeah, I'm with you on the both aspects of it, where it's definitely a double-edged sword. So, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Zoos, man, zoos. At least they're not like SeaWorld, where it's like exploiting the animal, and you get mad when the orca kills one of the trainers. Like, orca gonna eat, So, yeah, there you go. That's my take on zoos.
Right. Well, there you go. Zoos. If you like them, you like them. I think zoos are also educational. I think zoos could be, more geared toward like rehabilitation and like getting things back out into the wild. Or like if there's a fucking a badass lion or some endangered species that you want to keep like that kind of thing alive, or through breeding and other things, genetics and all that. I think you can use zoos, in a positive way like that. It's just, but fucking money and people get greedy and shit. Next thing you know, a spotted tiger ends up in somebody's fucking backyard, and because they bought it from the zoo and shit, and just kind of fucked up. But I think like zoos can be a good thing if they're handled the right way. But again, nature doesn't cuddle, so be careful. If you go to zoos, you jump in the cage and you think that they're not looking at you as food. They will eat you. You will die, and you'll be on the news.
Yes, you will. All three of those things.
As they say,
eat you will die, and you will be on the news. Yes, fuck around and find out. Oh, man. Joshua, before we hit your cannabis corner, let's do the AI song for the week. I know last week we did it kind of late. Apologize about that. I had a really long story. But this week I want to do it kind of early because I want to get through it because it's going to be fun. It is what I would describe as an epic song. I don't use that word lightly. Definitely something's about to happen right now. So, Joshua, in honor of the Bigfoot shirt that I am wearing right now, I have created this next banger. I'll go ahead and share my screen like I do every week with Joshua and the people watching. If you're listening, just hang out. You know how this works. If you don't, I'm going to play a song for you that was created by AI Music. And you can head on over to sorryforthedelay.live/AI radio, and you can hear the song in its entirety, as well as our other 28 tracks in this series. Joshua, we've done tracks. 20. This is track number 29, but we've done 28 of them, which is mind-blowing, bro. That's insane. So, all that to say, Joshua, this is the AI track for the week. It is called Sasquatch's Blues. I hope you're ready for this, my dude, because here we go.
something ain't right. The jukebox skips, the room goes still. A shadow steps in, thick as the chill. He moves like thunder, slow and wide, for dusted gold glowing inside. Bartender stares, no one speaks, then he grins, says, whiskey neat. Bigfoot walks into a bar, ordering drinks like a rock star. He's got the groove, he's got the moves. Tonight we're dancing to the Sasquatch blues. Pool ball cracks, jukebox wakes, feet start stomping, glass vibrates, laughter spills like a waterfall. Even the skeptics start to fall. He moves like thunder, slow and wide, for dusted gold glowing inside. Bartender stares, no one speaks, then he grins, says, whiskey neat. Bigfoot walks into a bar, ordering drinks like a rock star. He's got the groove, he's got the moves. Tonight we're dancing to the Sasquatch blues. Disco lights in his glowing eyes. The forest king under city skies. The myth is real, the stories lie. He takes a sip, then waves goodbye.
All right, Joshua, I'm going to leave it at that. How did you feel about that one today?
I feel like it was following the same pixelated type vibe you from your last song.
Oh, yeah, buddy. I decided to go in another, like, 8-bit, chip bit, but I want it to be epic. Would you describe that as an epic song, Joshua?
Yeah, it's funny because when you said blues, I was thinking like some kind of jazzy blues, mellow, like, so the title did not match what I was expecting.
yeah.
That's for sure.
That was the point, Joshua. It was supposed to, like, rim and, like, knock you out kind of thing. I liked it. I really enjoyed that one, mainly because it was so different. You know, it was, like, weirdly unique in the sense of, like, the vocals were just a little bit, like they weren't off, but it was just, like, subtle. Like, they were very, like, subtle.
Mm-hmm.
And then the aggressive, like, arpeggios of guitar solos just fucking hitting you in the face, right? And then that little drop where it just gives you that little just swing time, the little swing.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. It was pretty.
nice.
I
It was
mean,
nice.
it's kind of like a battle scene. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to envision like where that would be relevant
So,
to drop
in
a
the
scene
Lego
of a
movie,
or something. Like,
you
where
know,
it would
you
be
have
relevant.
you have the pirates come in that last week's song, right? And then it's the epic battle between the pirates and the Bigfoots in the Lego movie. You know, they're just going at it, and it's that they're just fucking Bigfoot's grabbing a Lego pirate's head and yanking it off. You know, eating its innards. You know, it's just like that. It's what's happening.
But if you rip a Lego's head off, can you just put it back on his back together, or does like a
Not
Lego
in my
die?
movie. No, not in my movie. In my movie, the Lego dies, but it has enough time to watch its body be consumed. So,
Not in my Lego movie, he says.
not in my Lego movie.
Yeah, like yeah. I feel like in my Lego movie, it'd just be like you just gather more pieces. You know, like you like ripping
puts
heads
another
off
head
and you
on.
put more heads on and just like Legos don't die in my movies.
Well, that's good because
Yeah.
they do. Like I can just picture in your movie, you have a bunch of Bigfoots with a bunch of different heads on their shoulders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's a forever. It's like the fucking Star Wars. It's like the Marvels. It just keeps going on. They never fucking die. You make like Endgame and they still come back because of the multiverse. Like that's the Lego verse right there. Like they just, yeah, nothing ever dies in the Lego world.
The worst. All right, let's move on, buddy. Cannabis Corner.
Mm-hmm.
What is this week's Cannabis Corner?
The Cannabis Corner. You know, we're almost done with these, but the mystery drink, you know, Sean's like, we already know what the fuck this is going to be, which maybe, you know, you probably do, you probably don't. So last week, because this is the only time I've ever really bought these, so this is kind of exciting for me. Most people might be like, it's fucking stupid, but it's exciting for me, so fuck you. So this drink right here is it's called
real aggressive on that.
No, just I mean, well, maybe you've tried it. Maybe you're like a connoisseur of these, and maybe you're not. So I'm not. So here you go. All right. So this is this flavor right here is the watermelon kiwi. It's mad tasty. It's the mad tasty watermelon kiwi. It's a nice little CBD drink. And it's kind of funny.
Nice
Because
delicious.
Because this drink right here, you don't need. I didn't even have to go to a store, like a cannabis store or whatever. This drink right here is actually sold at the grocery outlet. Believe it or not, it was sitting right next to the regular drinks, regular sparkling drinks. So there's something about this drink that makes it legal enough to put in the grocery store and just buy it.
So is there actually cannabis in there?
No,
because if it's
CBD,
not,
it's 20 milligrams of CBD. So, I mean, the first time, because my girlfriend bought these for me the first time, and the first time through, they didn't ask her for the ID. When I went and bought these things, they actually asked me for my ID. So, I don't know, but you don't have to buy these. You just go to grocery outlet if you got one near you, or just look around if you're interested in things.
What's the flavor like that one?
This is watermelon kiwi. So it actually does taste. Let me re-sip just to kind of refresh my palate a little bit.
Yeah, remind me of that flavor. What is that? What does a strawberry or fucking watermelon kiwi taste like?
Watermelon kiwi. So kiwi, I mean, if you had a kiwi, it's pretty flavorful. So it's you taste a lot of the kiwi, and a slight hint of watermelon, but it's a bunch of sparkly bubbles. So it's not sugary. It's not anything crazy. Okay. But it's actually pretty fucking good. So I'm kind of excited. It's kind of cool.
That's nice. Yeah.
So that is what is in my mystery second cup. It's another CBD drink. And find them at your local grocery outlet or whatever, because you don't got to go to the Green Cross store or whatever the stores get this shit, apparently. It's pretty cool.
That's the weirdest thing for me on this one is that you got it at a grocery outlet.
It's a grocery store. I mean, maybe because it doesn't contain any THC, it's actually not considered.
Yeah, maybe that's where they draw the line. You know,
I mean, you could buy kombucha. Kombucha isn't that kind of like a fermented?
It's right? Alcohol technically. Yeah,
they don't card you for that shit.
It's very true, but they did card you for that. So
yeah,
there's that.
Interesting. Yeah. So what goes along with the cannabis corner, and I'm drinking a little bit of CBD. I got to drop a few questions on you, Sean, because. Although this doesn't take you in the direction of like you're just melting into the floor, this does kind of for the weak at heart, you know, or the mind. It may take you in a different direction. So I'm gonna hit you. Damn. Yeah, well, sure. You know, I mean, maybe get you soft, maybe you get all sad, you know.
Excuse me, I'm never soft, always hard.
All right, well, here you go. Got a couple questions for you, Sean. Like we did last week. This could be fun, could be stupid. Let me know in the comments. All right.
All right.
Sean, if you drop the soap on the floor, is the floor clean or is the soap dirty?
I think as soon as you take the soap out of its box, it becomes instantly dirty. So I think the soap was always dirty, you know?
Okay. So it has nothing to do with the floor. It's just dirty.
Already just dirty to begin with, you know?
I think you have a cleaner floor when you drop the soap on it.
Possibly, but I think there's like, all right. So let's say you take out your bar soap, right? It becomes dirty, right? You wash your filthy naked body, it becomes even dirtier, right? What do you do with that soap after, Joshua? Do you rinse that soap off?
I do normally, yeah.
Okay, all right. So sure, you rinse it off. You're not going to get everything off that soap, buddy. You're not going to get every single ounce of you off that soap, right? And then you set the soap down, right? You set it down and you leave the shower. And then what happens? That molecular level of you dries out, right? And now there's just a dirty bar of soap sitting there, dried up until your next shower, right? And so if you drop the soap at that point in time, the soap is just getting your floor dirty. So that's my stance on it. I think a bar of soap can never be truly clean. That's why I only use gels and my natural musk to clean myself.
Perfect. He actually sells that too, his natural musk.
I do. Sorry for the
Sells
delay.
out
Not live.
every week. He
It's in
puts
the
it on the
merch
market.
store. Mm-hmm.
All right, number 2, which kind of weird, you know, if you're looking at the ice inside your cup, and if you were like super high, you know, this could just bother you a little bit. But here you go.
Where's this going?
So if an ice cube melts in its is it floating in a pool of its own blood? Sorry, I couldn't get that one out.
No, Joshua. First of all, an ice cube is not a being, right? It doesn't have any natural fluid parts to it, right?
I mean,
an ice cube
fluid.
I know it turns into fluid, but it's not. Sure. So then water is just the unborn ice, you know. So go on,
like that.
Drink it up, baby.
I like that. Water is unborn ice. That's perfect.
The fuck out of here with that shit.
Clip that shit. Water just unborn ice. Meow meow meow. Okay.
All right, give me your third question.
A couple little meows for you. All right.
You're really making a specific community real happy with that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, number 3.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a competition by yourself, do you come in first or last?
I always come first. So, enough said.
All right. Perfect. All right. All right, this one's going to get deep, Sean.
I'm ready.
On a good one. We're
Get
on a
deep.
good one. Okay, we're really high right now. Or not.
Yeah.
Just, I'm on green. I'm drinking green. I'm drinking.
It's
So they're-
greened up, baby.
Grocery outlet bought CBD drink.
It just sounds wrong when you put it like that.
It's what it
No,
is.
look, man. Look. You put the C and you space it. D, right?
All right.
I should have said B, not D.
Let's go as deep as you want to go on this one. We may have to revisit this.
All right.
Sean, which is scarier, alien life or galactic loneliness?
Galactic loneliness, I think, is even scarier. Because alien life, cool. We prepared for this. Mission Impossible. What's that fucking one with Will Smith?
Independence Day.
Independence Day. First Contact. We prepared all our lives for that moment. What we didn't prepare for is nothing. We didn't prepare ourselves for there to be absolutely nothing. And that, I think, is more disturbing. So, there's that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. But I guess, like, do we ever really know if we're alone, though? You know?
Well, in your scenario, we would know if we were alone.
But do you know? Like, every day you go, like, even if you walk out your door today, there's going to be somebody out there, right? So
Yeah, true.
And each one of us is basically an alien in its own. We all think different. We all look different. We all smell different. We all have different ideas. So I think each one of us is an alien in itself. So I don't think any of us are truly alone.
Yeah.
I think we're all aliens. I think we're all aliens.
On this planet, we're all aliens, right? Yeah, we're not alone, right?
Yeah.
But we're talking outside of this planet, Joshua, outside of us here. If there's nothing, that's scary.
But we are something. We are part of this galaxy. We
You
are
fucking idiot.
attributing.
You're just walking in a fucking loop here at this point.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit what you are. You know what? You're a waste of galaxy, buddy. I'm gonna send you up to fucking Stardust and just have you just watch me from a distance.
Yeah, but I agree. We're not alone. I think there's more to it than what we are, and it takes a whole lot of little bits to make us what we are right now, and that says something. We're not alone. So
Very true.
there you go, Sean. So
Well,
this
there
is
you
your
go.
topic. We've made it to this part of the flight, as you like
Oh,
to
the
say.
flight
runway.
is going, baby.
You know?
Yeah, buddy. This.
What did you want to say about this?
So I couldn't really think of anything real
gosh.
big on episode
Great.
80.
Great.
I didn't have anything to go with on that one. But Joshua, we've made it through 80 episodes. 80 of this, whatever this is. And I just wanted
Sean
to get your take
struggles
on
with
some
what
stuff.
this is. He struggles.
Yeah,
He's
I
just
don't
like,
know
what is
what
this.
this is.
He's struggling.
What-
There's
where-
got to be me.
where
like,
am I?
Yeah, he doesn't even. He struggles.
What is going
like,
on?
This. That's a big
This.
struggle of his.
It's like my midlife crisis is what this is, you know?
Clearly.
But Joshua, I kind of wanted your take on stuff. What have you learned in these 80 episodes, whether it be technology, whether it be you personally, like on a personal level, like what have you learned doing 80 of these episodes?
I think I've learned that creatively, I do have a passion for creativity. So using my mind, using my imagination, putting things down that I've thought of on paper or on screen, creating, lighting setups and just coming up with different ideas to sit down here for an hour a day and just have fun with you and fun with people who listen, fun with people who watch us. So I've learned I really, really enjoy doing this, and what this means for the future. I'd like it to just continue to grow. So I think I've learned a lot. I've learned that I can't fucking read even when shit's right behind me on this fucking thing right here. Like it's 80 episodes later, I still can't do that. But I'm human, man. And this is part of the human experience, is learning and growing and developing. So I've learned a lot. I'm growing each and every episode. I'm growing each and every day. When I'm not on screen, I'm still a person. I'm not a bot. I'm not like the person singing
Not an
these
NPC,
fucking
buddy.
AI generated music. I'm a real fucking person. So, I mean, I've learned a lot, man. And I think for you, the listener, if you take anything from these 80 episodes or from us, is like, we're just trying to put out there that you yourself should be creative. You yourself should grow. You yourself should start a podcast. You yourself should do whatever the fuck you want. Listen to us. Don't listen to us. Do whatever you want to do, but don't sit at home and just fucking do nothing. So I've learned I don't want to sit at home and do nothing. I don't want to sit in front of this camera and do nothing. I don't want to talk to you and do nothing. I don't want to make new friends and just do nothing with that.
Yeah, I get you.
So that's what I've learned.
Nice, man. That was actually really well said. That was really nice. I think to piggyback off of that as well, I think throughout these 80 episodes, I've realized there are a few things that I really enjoy doing in my life. And one of those things is something that I used to do in my life for a long time, which is entertain people. Like, I was a performer, musician, right? I liked doing that. And I think this is a way to do that without a lot of the stress that came with performing in front of a live studio audience, And so creatively for me, this is fun. It's fun to explore that. And it also doesn't feel like going to work. This is like a second job for us. We do this. We don't get paid for any of this. Like, we just have fun. But it feels like something that I want to go home and do, right? Like, you do your day job, you come home and it's like, well, shit, it's podcast day, Let me think of some topics. Let me go into the stew. Let me do that. And that's fun. And I think what I've also learned is that technology and social media and shit like that, it all happens so quickly, right? It's all about being consistent, and it's all about hitting the buzzwords and stuff like that if you're fighting for views and things like that. And I'm so glad that a while back I just decided not to do any of that. So for people who want to go like behind baseball and stuff, if you look at our analytics on views and shorts and stuff like that, we pay no mind to any metrics. Like if I find something to be funny, I will post that shit up there no matter what it is, right? And we will just go for it, right? Because people who listen to us and who really listen to us and want to just be entertained will play something that has 30 views and be like, why does this only have 30 views? And then they watch it and they're like, this is still fucking funny. And it's because the algorithm's not picking that up, and we don't care about that. And so for me, learning that has been fun, right? Has been something for myself, right? Learning to accept not going viral for something, because eventually you will go viral with something, like Joshua's peanut butter jelly thing that we just posted a few weeks ago. Joshua, that has like one of the most viewed shorts that we've have. And it's stuff like that, you know, and learning to not follow that, right? That algorithm. So that's something I've learned in these 80 episodes. I've also learned that it's hard to drink so much on a podcast. You know, got to tone that back, but not this week, but sometime, eventually. You know, we only live once. So I want to do it doing the stuff I love. And Joshua is one of those things I love. I'm going to climb him like a tree.
Jesus.
So. Anyways, buddy, thank you for 80 fucking episodes, my dude. Let's end this episode. Let's land this plane. Let's do some fun finds. Let's do some fortunes. Let's let the people go out on their merry way on this April 8th. 80 episodes on April 8th. That just feels synergistic, you know? I don't think that's a word.
Feels good. Yeah.
Feels good. So what do you got? What's your fun find for this week, buddy?
Fun find. You know, 80 episodes later, and I feel bad, but because I can't remember if I've showed this off before. I feel like I haven't, but because we really appreciate art, real genuine art, even though we mess around with AI and music and shit like that and images, and you know, we do a bunch of stuff like that. Again, it always goes back to the human element, the human imagination, somebody being able to put pen and pencil and ink onto something. So I got a piece of original art. Okay. That was drawn by my niece. She gets down. She has fun. She's got she just gets down. I really love how fun she expresses herself through her artwork. So that's what I got. I got a piece of original artwork, and again, it's just fun, man. It's fun. Here you
go. I don't remember if you showed that one off or not. It's great though. Look at that. A mushroom and a bee.
Yeah. It's actually pretty cool. I mean, again, this is all hand drawn and painted and all that. So I find that shit real. I find it genuine. So pretty kick ass. Great work. And I'll continue to show her artwork off. And if anybody else has artwork they want us to show off, send it our way, because we're always cool with that stuff. And, you know, we'll put it up on screen.
For sure. Buddy, I tried to turn my little thing on here, but it is dead. So I'm just going to go ahead and switch over to the cam, because I kind of figured that was going to happen. I didn't charge it this week, guys. I'm sorry. But here's my Funko for the week, buddy. Just like us, we are just a bunch of cool guys. You know, this is Joe Cool and Woodstock. Just a couple of cute little boys. It's beautiful. I'm on a fucking Peanuts kick since they released some new Funkos from them. But yeah, so there you go. Again, synergy. You did the artwork. I did the Funko this week, buddy. 80 episodes in. Look at us. It's like we know what we're fucking doing. So,
yeah, and sense. I actually I got something coming in the mail. I'm hoping it shows up next week. I don't know. But hint, it may be a mystery box. Just saying.
Are we going to do another mystery box unboxing?
And maybe a mystery
where you
box.
Listen to absolutely none of my suggestions on which ones to open? Could be fun.
Yeah, it could be fun. Yeah. Funko released these things. They're called mystery boxes. Go to their website, which is pretty cool. You know, it'd be cool if Funko sponsors. I know we're just only 30 views. I mean,
one day
Yeah,
day.
that'd be pretty cool if they could hook us up with something. One day. But yeah, so Funko website, they're putting out these mystery boxes. I think you can still get them at a very reasonable price. And I forget the quantity you get and all that. I'll bring that up next episode maybe. Or John looks like he's looking some shit up right now.
I'm trying.
Yeah, so they're doing this a mystery boxing. It's again, I think you get like four different Funkos with the chance of getting an exclusive. Something it's like $40 from the website.
I found a different one. Oh, so they still do them. I just found a different one. This is a pop mystery. So for $5 you get a mystery Funko Pop.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is. I can't find. I don't see it on here. But they are doing stuff like that. So yes, you can still.
So I'm hoping it'll come next week. We'll see what happens in little by little, and it'd be awesome if I get a 1 of 1 or something, a cool little exclusive. Cool. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be fun.
Yeah, man, very cool. All right, let's give some fortunes. Let's do some fortunes, some lucky numbers. Maybe you can read it. Maybe you can't. Who knows?
I know, right? 80 episodes later, I admitted. I'm real. I'm a person. Reading was never my strong suit. But so the last few weeks we've been doing the dirty dozen or whatever fortune. So I got to give these ones a chance again. We've only done one of these since I got this set. So these are the fortunes against humanity cookies. Fortunes against humanity. We had some duds coming out of these things. I have yet to write a review to this company because I want to give them a chance. Like anything else, you got to give them a good sample size before you just hit them with a 2-star on fucking Amazon for some bullshit. But yeah, I'm gonna try it, man. I don't like to do that, but let's see. These cookies are like black, by the way, which is pretty cool. The other ones are red.
He loves the black cookies.
They're actually pretty good. They got good flavor to them.
Does it just taste like fortune cookie? Is that what that tastes like?
Cookie? Yeah, they basically just like food coloring fortune cookie, vanilla or something like that. Yeah. Well, they don't taste terrible. They're just pretty good. So there's that for the food part of the review. Sorry, I guess I'll give you 3 stars, not 2. Just how they taste. 3.5.
Anyways.
All right, here you go for your fortune against humanity fortune for April 8th, our 80th episode, man. Congratulations. Here we go. A fashion designer for the Navy will teach you about the usual taste of semen.
80 episodes, you can never get away from the semen talk.
What's that? I guess that works, huh?
Yeah, that's fine. Didn't hate it, so there's that. All right, man. Let me give people the lucky numbers for the week. Feel free to use them for whatever nefarious reasons you would like. Let us know if you win anything. I mean, eventually somebody's got to win. We've done 80 episodes of this. Like, eventually somebody's going to win something, right? If not, they've already won and they just stopped listening to us. So who knows? But here you go. Here are your lucky numbers for the week. 3, 8, 11, 12, 18, 35, and 42. Once again, your lucky numbers are 3, 8, 11, 12, 18, 35, and 42. Joshua, we have come to the end of the episode.
Yep.
Please let the people know how you're feeling and what to do this week.
I expressed. I expressed a lot of myself earlier when you asked what we learned. I don't know if I got to go any deeper into that, but I mean, if you've been listening this long, these two guys are real. We're not out there for the clicks and the likes we're just out here to have a good fucking time. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We love the comments. Ketchup is maybe a smoothie. Maybe that'll be my mystery drink one of these weeks. But how do I work that into a smoothie? I don't fucking know. But again, thank you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Love all you guys. See you next week.
No, that was really nice, Joshua. Like he said, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for 80 episodes of this wonderful podcast. We appreciate that. And we can only hope for another 21 more episodes of good quality. So thank you guys. We do really appreciate it. Sorry for the delayed out lives. Go check out the website.
Mm-hmm.
We're still working on merch. I had a little setback in something that I thought I had down, so I'm still trying to narrow the pieces out. And trust me, it's coming. But it when it does, you'll know. But other than that, Joshua, I have one thing for you, buddy.
Yes.
Why was the new knife amazing?
Couldn't tell you why.
Because it had cutting edge technology. There you go, everybody. We will see you next week. Deuces.